We're at the end of part 1 of our journey.
Cheers.
Cheers. And before we start exploring South Korea and the rest of Asia, we're going to rate the 12 countries we passed through and find our favorites. We're going to rate each country in 9 categories. The first one is nature. Then it's safety in terms of traffic. The next is safety in general. Do we dare leave the bikes outside while we go shopping for groceries? And do we feel like we're gonna get assaulted around the next corner? The next is economy. Are we living off noodles here? Or are we going out to get some dinner every night? Then it's the people. How easy is it to get in touch with the local folks in this particular country? Then it's cities. Then the food. It's not just the classical cuisine from that country. It's also about, buying a pizza. How great is the pizza?
And the grocery shops might be rated here as well.
Definitely. Finland is ahead already. But behind on the pizza though. Then it's the quality of the housing, the places we stay. And then finally it's cleanliness. How clean is it? Do we see garbage everywhere? Are the streets kept clean? We're gonna rate them on a scale from -1 to 11, whereas obviously -1 is the absolutely most poor performance. 11 being the absolute spectacular, awesome, beyond belief good performance. We're gonna go through them from the beginning, starting in Norway, ending in Bulgaria. And the first category is nature in Norway.
Nothing's more beautiful than Norway. It's so beautiful. So I'm definitely gonna give it an 11.
I agree, 11. Then we have safety in terms of traffic.
I felt very safe there. I think it might be a 10 or 9.
I agree. It could be a 9, but what's going to push it from 9 to 10 for me is the tunnels, how they are designed to accommodate cyclists. Sometimes we put on a vest and we could push a button that would warn the traffic behind us that bikers were in the tunnel.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The next one is safety in general.
I felt very, very safe. I wasn't afraid of getting anything stolen. I would say a 10.
Agree. Move on to economy. That's not going to be fun for Norway.
It was expensive. Is it a 5?
I would go for a 4.
Actually, looking back, we often only ate cup noodles because...
We did.
Yeah, okay.
4?
Yeah.
People.
We didn't talk to many Norwegian people, but everyone we talked to, they were very nice. I would say a 10.
I'll go lower. We could not strike up a conversation. We didn't really have any warm showers with any Norwegian people. The one we had, she was Danish. And we actually talked with the people out in Steinfjord, and they were Swedish.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, we can go with an 8.
Cities.
You don't come to Norway for the cities. You go there for the nature.
True. But there's a quality to the fact that the cities are so well integrated into the nature. And Tromsø is a pretty cool city.
I think an
Definitely,
8.
yeah. Well, I would say 7. We can give it an 8.
I was being nice.
Yeah.
We can give it a 7.
The food in Norway.
The breakfast in the hotels, that was beyond great. And the cup noodles were pretty standard.
That meal out in Steinfjord, that was amazing.
I think 8.
Yeah, I agree. Moving on to housing quality.
It's pretty high, not talking about the price because it was expensive.
Sure.
A 10?
I would say 9.
Okay, the Steinfjord place, it was...
I mean, for what it was nice.
Yeah, it was just bunk beds, but it was fine. Yeah, we could go with 9.
You want to go 9?
Yeah.
Cleanliness in Norway.
Very, very high.
Absolutely
Even
clean.
the toilets you find out in the nature.
Oh, yeah.
Very big and very clean.
And no garbage.
No.
Anywhere.
No, we didn't really see any. So that's an 11.
That's definitely an 11. We are off to an impressive start with 2 well-deserved 11s and a total score of 78 for Norway.
Now we travel to Sweden. What do you think about the Swedish nature?
Incredible. It's just, not just, but just endless forests. I will say 9 to the Swedish nature.
I think a 9 as well.
there are literally no cars in the areas we went to. So this is a bit of a disclaimer to what we're doing here. We can only judge what we see, so we cannot guess what is the traffic like in Stockholm or in Malmö. People like their Volvos and they can go pretty quick. No bike lanes, so once in a while a car goes by. The road is not that wide. It's not a safe haven for cyclists, but it's decently safe. I would give it an 8.
I agree with you. Safety in general.
Those parts of Sweden are incredibly safe. No one is there, so not much can happen. That's probably a 9.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
I don't know, how could it feel less safe than Norway? I guess it couldn't, but somehow it could anyway.
Yeah, a little, maybe. We give it a 9. And what about the economy?
Sweden is a good deal cheaper than Norway, so I'm gonna add 3 points on top of whatever we gave Norway.
We gave it a 4.
Yeah, so that gives a 7. What do you say?
It is better than Norway, but I think only 2 points, so I'm gonna go with 6.
I'm gonna stomp for the 7.
Okay. I'll give in. We can go with 7.
People in Sweden literally changed the way we approached this trip.
Thank you, girl, Patrick, Michael, and John Klein.
Yeah, that was a big deal. I'm gonna give it an 11 for the experience we had, but I know how difficult Swedish people can be to get in touch with, like Danes. I'm gonna bump it 1 down to 10.
I agree with 10. We had such a good time there. What about the cities?
So the few small cities we saw were great cities. Gonna give it a very conservative 7 or 8.
I was gonna say 8.
Okay.
We had very good food at the warm showers. We had barbecue.
That was good. And then we had barbecue again at Mikael's place.
And pizzas at John's.
And we had some supermarket food out in the cabin in the middle of nowhere.
With the flatbread and all the blueberries. I like that.
Swedish food, similar to the rest of the Scandinavian food. It's not a miracle, but it's by no means bad. It's gonna be an 8 as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So one thing is legendary, a Swedish cabin. There's nothing like it anywhere in the world.
And it has to be red.
We stayed in a few of them. Aside from that, we stayed with warm showers and it was great. I think it's gonna be an even 9.
I was going with 9 as well. What about the cleanliness?
It's not ridiculously clean like Norway, but it's definitely clean. Easy 10.
I agree.
With impressive scores across the board, Sweden is tied with Norway at 78 points. This is not sponsored in any way at all, but shout out to Gamma Brewing in Herlev in Denmark. This is a big doink. It's a double IPA. It's 8%. It's very hazy. It's very fruity. And it might actually be the best beer. Just, period, the best beer. The nature in Finland.
It's a bit similar to Sweden, I would say, because it's endless woods. I remember on the ferry going in there, all the small islands. That was pretty cool.
Finland is cool.
Yeah, let's give it a 10.
We'll give it a 10.
Yeah. There was a lot of bike lanes, I remember.
But they were weird.
Yeah.
You would have the bikes both directions at the same side of the road. Crossing a road by bike in a city in Finland is complex, to say the least.
And you remember the signs where it was pedestrians and bike, and it was only one small part.
Right, but they did make an effort. And I would say the gravel roads in Finland are the best we have seen.
Is it a 9?
I think it's a 9.
I felt very safe, but I think it is less safe than Norway and Sweden. Is it an 8?
I think it's 1 step down from Norway and Sweden.
It's cheaper than in Sweden. So is it an 8 or
I would say it's almost the same. No, I agree.
The big
Food
supermarket
is basically the same, but accommodation
that
is
was
cheaper.
pretty cheap,
Yeah, for sure. We met some great people.
Yeah, we did.
Welcome.
8 or 9. I think maybe 9, because those are some of the people we really had good and deep conversations with.
True.
I feel like they're quite different.
Yeah, so Tempera was definitely an interesting place. I would say it should be an 8.
Yeah, I would say 7 or an 8.
Yeah, so if you bring Helsinki into the equation, famously a pretty nice place. So let's park it at an 8. I mean, we had that terrible pizza.
Oh yeah, that was a -1.
Yeah, but then again, those supermarkets.
Yeah,
they were so good.
Yeah.
Oh, and that cake place.
Yeah, that's a 9.
The old school was very
that was
cool.
pretty cool.
And Pekka's place was very cool as well. And Juha's place with we had our cabin and the hot tub and everything.
Yeah, sure. Is it an 8 or 9?
I would say it should be a 9.
We go with 9. Very clean, I think. Maybe it's the same as Sweden, actually.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a 10. Finland comes in strong with a total of 80 points, 2 points ahead of Norway and Sweden.
We did see some nice forest roads.
We did. It's great. It's nice. But it's nowhere near the big guns.
Is it a 7?
I think it's a 6.
It's a 6. We did see some good lakes.
Yeah.
I still think 7. You drive a bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Right?
This is going to be a rough one.
Is it a 4?
It's not a 4. It has to be I mean, it could be as low as a 1, but it's not all of them. Need to keep in mind that a lot of people just drive normally, and then once in a while it's a BMW. It's always a BMW, and it's absolute insanity. Leaving Tallinn was kind of nuts as well. Let's give
a 3.
the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, because we were able to find a lot of good, quiet roads.
Yes.
I felt pretty safe in general.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little less than Finland. Is it 1 step down? Or 7? Is it a 7?
I think Estonia is an incredibly safe
Tallinn
place.
was very safe.
I think all of Estonia is very safe.
Yeah. 8.
I got it at an 8 too.
It was very affordable.
It was.
And the prices for accommodation was good. The food was very cheap. €3. Is it a 9?
I think it's a 9.
Well,
Let's go the other way this time. Let's say we start at 0 and say, so what can we give points for in terms of people?
I ordered some food at one place and she smiled at me.
Yes, it was completely impossible to get in touch with anyone. But as soon as we needed some kind of help, everybody would help.
Had to push a little.
And we know that in the future we will meet great people from Estonia.
Is it a 3?
That gives the 3 points we have to give.
I really like Tallinn.
Tallinn was great.
That's a very cool city. Very pretty, and the old part is very cool. 9.
Yeah, I agree.
We had a good steak.
We did have a good steak.
And I remember the supermarkets, they were fine.
They were very funny how they were just
but
crammed into a building that used to be something else, and now it's a supermarket.
But we could buy what we wanted.
Exactly.
Is it an 8? 7?
7.
We did stay at that one very creepy place. That was really bad.
Exceptionally bad.
Yeah.
But that was so bad it has to be a one-off. We stayed at the cabin where they had all the space with all the grass and gardens and giants.
Yeah, with the young girl who showed us.
Yeah.
That was really nice. And there was a lot of berries in the garden.
Yeah.
I stole the berries.
Yeah. And the green apartments.
Is it an 8 maybe?
I'd say 7.
What the cabin though?
It's an 8, but -1 for the crazy place.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you need to do better, crazy place.
We did see some garbage once in a while.
Could be a 6.
It wasn't that much though. 7?
We can go with 7.
Despite some adversity, Estonia checks in at a respectable total of 60 points. Those forests, they were great.
Yeah, they were great.
Riding along the coast in the forest.
Oh yeah, that's
very
true.
Cool.
Yeah, that's very
so
nice.
Bump it up 1 from Estonia and give it an 8.
Yeah, I agree.
It's terrible. It's the same as in Estonia, it's a 3.
Yeah. It felt pretty safe.
It did. Not as safe as Estonia though.
No, maybe it's 1 step down.
Yeah, it's a 7.
The accommodation was cheap. The
Even in Riga it was
supermarket.
cheap. And the market in Riga where you can actually afford to buy stuff.
I love that place.
Yeah. 9?
Yeah, 9. That was where we met Janis.
And we talked to some random people at the market, and there was a lady who waved at us when we passed her.
Yeah.
And the guy after the border.
That's true. That's 1 up just because of the wave.
I would put it at a 7.
Yeah. I really liked Riga. That was a cool place. And especially the markets.
Authentic.
Yeah, very authentic. Is it an 8 because we didn't see that many other cities?
Riga on its own can pull an 8.
Yeah. I really liked the good sausages we bought in the market. That was quite good quality, and the bread as well.
Yeah.
We were able to buy good quality food at a low price.
Yeah.
I think it's an 8 or 9.
I can go with an 8. We had a room by the beach.
Where we were very wet.
Yeah.
That was quite nice, actually. I think it was a 7.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
This becomes a bit more difficult because there were garbage dumped alongside the roads,
Yeah.
and
Is it a 5?
it's a 5.
Yeah.
At a total of 62 points, Latvia are neck and neck with Baltic sibling Estonia.
I remember a lot of fields.
A lot of fields.
Yeah. Not that much of wild nature. I
Agree.
Yeah, is it a 6?
It's a 6. We ended up going on gravel roads between the fields, and it was amazing. But as soon as we got anywhere near any cars, it was like terrible.
Yeah, that was not nice.
It's a 3.
Yeah.
It feels as safe as Estonia, I think.
Everyone was so cool and friendly. I felt so safe.
Is it an 8?
Yeah, it must be an 8.
It was very cheap.
It was not as cheap as Latvia. I got them at an 8. 1 step down from Latvia, 1 step up from Estonia.
I can totally agree with that.
A lot of great people in
Yeah.
Lithuania.
Yeah.
I would say these are the people in the Baltics that we can relate the most to.
Yeah, we had some very good conversations. I think 10 because we actually had some very good encounters and it was easy to talk to people.
We did not see any cities. We saw a couple of small villages. Extremely cozy.
Yeah, we can really rate
Conservatively, we can just put it in the middle and say what we saw was nice.
that. 7.
7.
We had some very good food at the warm showers from the farm. And then we had groceries, like supermarket food. That was fine as well.
Yeah.
7 or 8.
7. We had some good places and we had some great warm showers. I want to go with an 8.
We had accommodation worth an 8 and then we had some 7s.
Yeah.
We can go with an 8 because especially Eustace place and
farm.
yeah, we can give it an 8. I think maybe it's the same as
Latvia,
yeah.
meaning 5.
It's a tie between the two neighbors, Lithuania and Latvia. 62 points total.
Poland is way more cool than I thought it was.
There's so much to like about Poland. The Trail of the Eagle's Nest
Yeah.
was just so much cool forest and nature.
I think a 10.
I would have said 9 just because most of it is actually fields, but I'm willing to push it 1.
Yeah.
10 it is.
I felt safer than I thought I would have, but still they like to go fast.
It's a giant step up from the Baltics.
7.
7 is fine.
I think
I'll
7.
go. Yeah, I can agree with 7.
Again, I felt way more safe than I thought I would.
To consider the size of the cities Krakow and Warsaw, we did not see anything, feel anything,
No.
hear about anything.
Is it an 8 or a 9?
I would actually push it to a 10.
I think 9 then.
You'll get your 9.
Amazingly cheap.
Yeah, do you remember the IPAs in Lidl? It was insanely cheap. And the milk bars. We could get a full meal for a couple of euros. That was amazing.
It has to be a 10.
Totally.
Some of the best people we have met, and it's not just the warm showers. I mean, the warm showers, they were amazing, but it was just everywhere. The first guy in the first bike shop we went to who didn't have the time, but he hooked us up with the next one.
Yeah, and everyone was so cool, welcoming, smiling. We could really relate to those people.
That has to be a 10 as well.
10.5.
I love all the cities we went to in Poland. Elk, Warsaw,
Krakow.
Krakow.
And it's the range. It's the big cities, Warsaw, the fact that it even exists the way it does after being destroyed. Krakow, that's more old. Some of the cities we stopped by on the Trail of the Eagle's Nest. Incredible.
Oh yeah, 10.
11.
I insist.
Yeah,
I
okay.
wanted to be an
Okay, we
11.
give it an
I
11.
really, really loved
Yeah,
Polish.
yeah, that's true. It's an 11. I really like Polish food. I think it's a 9 or a 10 actually.
Let's include beer and food because
Yeah, oh,
we had amazing beer at amazing bars.
10.
Yeah.
It was quite cheap and easy to find accommodation, and we had a lot of warm showers, and that was quite nice. 9, 10.
I think 9 is right.
Most places it was clean, but then you took a turn in the forest, and then you find all this garbage dumped.
The cities were actually very clean.
Yeah.
The places we stayed were very clean. We have 2 pluses and 1 minus.
8.
I think 8 is fair. And that says a lot about the positives because the dumped garbage plots were quite terrible.
And just like that, Poland takes the lead with an impressive total of 84 points.
This is so tricky
was
because
only a
we
couple of days.
literally was there for 2 days.
But
What we saw,
it's very
beautiful.
cool. Mountains, forests.
Fog.
Yeah. I think it's a 9 or a 10.
It could be a 10, but because it was so,
Short.
let's stay on the conservative side and say it's a 9.
Yeah.
I mean,
We didn't really have any
we
traffic.
didn't have any traffic
We
at
didn't
all.
see many cars. 8, 9, 9,
8.
8.
Just be same. It could be a 9, but we don't know.
No, we
We
really
honestly
don't know. No, we have to go back. I felt very safe there.
I think it is a safe country.
9.
Yeah, let's go with a 9. It was a lot more expensive than I expected.
Yeah, it was. It was actually more expensive than Poland, and we expected it to be the same.
That city split in the middle.
Yeah, that was insane. We should have just bought the groceries at the Polish side.
But it was a Sunday, and the shops were closed in Poland, but open in the Czech Republic.
2 points down from Poland.
That's an 8. I don't think it's an 8.
It's a 6. We talked to that very cool guy in the restaurant bar/hotel.
Yep.
He was very talkative and
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. I think we should pin an 8 on him alone.
Yeah.
Let's say, such a great guy.
Yeah, let's do that.
We did not go to any cities.
No, it was a village. But
Yeah,
that was
that's a nice village.
fine. That was
Yeah.
cool.
It was.
7.
Yeah. That weird food was.
Oh yeah,
Great.
the bread that was kind of like a steak.
Yeah.
That was weird, but good.
It was very good. And the beer was
Yeah,
very
that was
good.
good. I think an 8.
I think so too.
Place we stayed where the cool guy was, that was very nice.
It was.
We had the big balcony all by ourselves.
We used some bonus points to buy that place.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
And the old hotel in the city split on the middle. But,
was weird.
I mean, we had a suite. It was an apartment.
Huge
Huge.
and cheap.
Yeah.
8.
8. I mean, whatever we
It was
saw was
clean. What we saw
clean
was
enough.
clean.
Yeah.
8.
With an excellent total of 71 points, the Czech Republic lands right in the middle of the pack.
Oh, I really like Slovakian nature.
The nature is so close to being an 11, but it's not all there.
It's not Norwegian beauty.
No, but it's
It's
damn
a
close.
10. Yeah. It was quite safe.
Except the truck drivers who deliberately tried to kill us. I mean, they drive fast, like
6.
fast.
6. 5? You want to go with 5? I
Ah, 6.
think. It seemed like a very safe place. 9 or 10.
9 feels right.
It was quite cheap.
I would put it.
It was cheaper than the Czech
Yeah.
Republic.
So I would put it 1 bump
Up.
above Czech Republic. So from a 6 to a 7.
I think that's true. Very nice people. Very easy to talk to. That guy we stayed with, the doctor.
was cool.
He
He was
very
great.
cool. Yeah.
Marian. People look quite good in general.
I don't remember that. Yeah. But they were quite
They did.
lean and like I think the fitness level of
And they had good features, like
I don't remember that.
like a good mix of the Eastern and the Western.
Yeah,
It's like,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that
But-
does not have anything to do
No,
with
no,
how
no.
nice people are.
I think 8 or 9. We didn't talk to that many people besides the warm showers host. but people were quite nice.
The woman at the Deutsch place, she was nice too.
Yeah, she was nice too. 9. We can give it a 9.
We'll give it a 9.
I like that city we went to where Marion...
Selina?
It had this nice old part and a big square and many stores. You can totally find everything you need.
Yeah.
9.
I would say 8. It was good, it was great. It was simple, nothing more, nothing...
Yeah. We give it an 8. I think an 8 or 7. 7.
7.
I think
7
7,
feels
yeah.
right.
Yeah. We had some good ones.
Yeah, good ones.
Yeah.
Actually, all of them were good ones.
I think it's a 9.
I think it's a 9 too.
It was quite clean. 9.
Yeah.
At a total of 74 points, the Slovaks check in just behind the Nordic countries.
We saw some mountains on the day we went from Esztergom to Budapest.
Oh, it's Esztergom.
The outskirts of Budapest was decently naturey.
I think an 8,
I would say 7 is fair judging by what we saw.
but that mountain.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Okay, Hungary, you win by a mountain and get an 8. We actually biked inside Budapest comfortably.
Yeah, that felt pretty safe. 8.
Yeah. So Budapest, we spend
It's a
most of the time in
huge city.
Budapest, and actually it is fairly safe.
Some places I wouldn't walk around alone at night. I think 7 or 7. We could buy a lot for my birthday present.
50,000, oof. Yeah, we could barely actually spend the money.
No, is it a 9?
Yeah, a 9 would put it 1 bump below Poland. Seems about right. The woman with a place in Esztergom with the dogs,
Yeah, she was very nice. Then we talked to tourists.
the Dutch,
They were quite cool.
they were nice.
Also the bike shop guys, they were
Yeah.
quite friendly as well.
I think he was Australian. But
But yeah, okay.
Esztergom was very cool.
Yeah,
Budapest is a
very cool as well.
very cool
I
city.
really like those
Yeah.
cities. So I think it's a 9 or a 10.
I think it's a 9. So a city like Budapest have an
Types.
insane amount of variation.
That's where I accidentally ordered the tongue ragu. That was weird. But in general, I think they have very good food and you can find almost anything. 8 or 9.
I think it's a 9. We had a terrible hotel with the condom wrapper and the
Yeah.
moist, and it was bad.
Yeah.
But then again, the place in Budapest was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the place in Esztergom was very nice as
Yeah,
well.
that was really good. I think it's an 8.
Yeah.
I remember it as being quite clean, actually.
I got it out of 5.
But I don't remember garbage lying on the road and stuff.
That's true.
I was at a 7.
Hungary squeezes in between the Czech Republic and Slovakia with a total of 73 points.
So the last bit of Serbia was mountainous, going up to the border to Bulgaria.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah. It's a quite beautiful
And the
country,
path
actually.
where we met the sheep was cool.
Yeah.
Riding by the Danube.
The Danube, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not over the top. I would say 9.
Yeah.
They go fast.
Yeah. It was not nice going on the main roads.
No.
I think 4 or 5. Because that one car,
Yeah, that's one
that
down.
was bad.
Okay, so it's a 4.
It looked a little dodgy.
It looked dodgy.
yeah.
A lot of times
But-
it looked dodgy, but
People were so cool
Yeah,
and
so
I
cool.
felt safe
yeah,
all the time. 9?
agree. It's very affordable.
Very cheap. I think 10.
Okay.
Very, very nice and generous people. Some of the most generous people we met so far. Very, very welcoming. The twins running that guest house.
Yeah. And the guy who showed us around the guest house.
Oh, yeah. Theater guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the vet on one of the first days.
Yeah. And the people trying to help us out with the puppies.
Yeah.
Is it a 10?
Yeah. If those dogs weren't being left the way they are, it would be an 11. There were some worn out, weird,
worn.
sketchy cities.
I'm sorry to say, but I think 5. 5.
Really?
The only good thing we had was that kebab.
No, no. We had like a massive meal,
Where?
the Google Translate meal.
Ah, yeah. Sorry. I forgot about that. Is it a 7?
Yeah, I would say 7. I'd say it's decently good, not incredible.
But if you take quality compared to the affordableness, then I think it evens out on an 8. Not too clean. There were so many garbage dumps where the dogs would live around it and just feed off the leftovers.
It's not clean. It's a 4.
Yeah.
The beauty of the nature and the kindness of the people wins Serbia a respectable 66 points.
So the whole ride into Sofia through the mountains, that was very cool.
Yeah.
And you can see the mountains from Sofia. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
9.
Yeah, I think a 9.
Sofia is literally impossible to navigate by bike sometimes.
But I did feel safe other than that. Is it a 7?
It's almost a 6, but it could be a 7.
In Sofia, we walked around a lot, and I sometimes took the train home alone when you met up with Frederick, and I felt safe all the way.
8.
Yeah. Of course, the big city is more expensive, but it was affordable.
It was affordable. 8.
Yeah, we can give it an 8.
Bike shop guys, 2 up
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
And then we have beer guys,
Oh yeah,
Both
and
of
the
them.
coffee guy.
coffee guys. Bulgarians started out not too great, but
9.
agree.
I really like Sofia. I think that is a 9 actually.
Yeah. And we had all kinds of food in Sofia.
I think I would say a 7 or an 8.
I mean, the place in Tran was not good.
No, that was really bad.
But then we had a great room in Sofia.
Yeah, that was pretty cool and quite cheap. I remember.
Yeah.
I think that room in Sofia, that's a 9.
Yeah. And then one down from Tran.
Yeah. Okay.
That gets
It's
an 8. Some garbage on the way in to Sofia.
It was not too bad, but yeah, we did see some.
Yeah.
7,
6.
8, 6. I think 7.
Sofia is not a clean city.
No, but in the center, I remember it as being quite clean actually.
You wanted a 7?
I think a 7 is accurate.
12th and final country, Bulgaria, lands in the middle of the pack with 73 well-deserved points. Now, let's see who won. At 84 points, Poland takes the lead over Finland, who scores a total of 80 points. Norway and Sweden share the number 3 spot with a total of 78 points each.